All right, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Kwadash, Lai Yum. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, the ones out there doing this work diligently and chiefly keeping the faith, making your calling and your election sure. All right, I'm going to get right into it. Now, this was an order given by our head apostles. As you can see in the video, it says every member in GMS must do a P.S.A. on this individual GMS Somalia. All right, now I'm gonna play a little bit of this video. This is the beloved elder apostle Ramlab. All right, without further ado, I'm gonna just press play.
All right, I'd like to start out by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. Welcome to another live lesson. This one is everyone must do, and GMS must do a P.S.A, which is a public service announcement on this individual GMS Somalia and the madness that's going on right now, with this, whole being a T to the errorists, for, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. This is straight up agent activity. And GMS must do a P.S.A, which is a public service announcement on this individual GMS Somalia and the madness that's going on right now, with this, whole being a T to the errorists, for, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai.
So that's what GMS Somalia is out there teaching. Now, like the elder is going to say in this video, we have no affiliation with this guy. No one knows who this guy is. But the point is, this guy is trying to bring persecution on the church. Okay, just by proclaiming that you are I can't say the word on the channel, but just saying that you're a terrorist, right? Saying that brings certain energies, bring the FBI attention, bring CIA attention, and all these different type of attention that we don't need, we don't want. Okay, the Lord has a specific time when the persecution of the saints are gonna come. All right, but this guy here, GMS Somalia, all right, like the elder's about to go into, he's teaching off doctrines, and we don't stand with that. Okay, we don't stand with that at all. And matter of fact, I'm gonna get a precept real quick, and then I'm gonna let the elder play. This is Galatians chapter 1. Now, it says right here, there's only one good news. Galatians 1:6. I am shocked. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it in the KJV to the right. It says, I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Hamashiach unto another gospel. Right? Verse 7, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Hamashiach. Now, that's what this guy GMS Somalia is doing. He's perverting the gospel of the Lord, okay, by teaching the doctrines that he's teaching. But he put the title GMS on his name, right? And we know that GMS, us here at GMS, we don't stand for going against the government as far as like getting weapons and by carnal means. We know the Lord is going to deliver us, man. Okay, so you got these people out here who pervert the gospel. Let's get it in the NLT real quick. Galatians chapter 1 and verse 6, it says, I am shocked that you are turning away so soon from Yahweh, who called you to himself through the loving mercy of Hamashiach. You are following a different way that pretends to be the good news. And that's what this guy GMS Somalia is doing. He's pretending, right? He's pretending to be in this truth really, but he's not. Okay? Because if you in this truth, you know that the powers that be are set up by the Lord, right? Like it says in Romans 13. Okay, he's following a different way that pretends to be the truth. Now, verse 7, it says, but it's not the good news at all. You are being fooled by those who deliberately twist the truth concerning Hamashiach. Now, anybody who's following him, They're also going off in the scriptures too as well. Okay. Verse 8, it says, "Let Yahweh's curse fall on anyone, including us, or even an angel from heaven who preaches a different kind of good news than the one we preach to you." And the whole entire circumference of the Bible is what we teach, right? We teach everything the Bible teaches in its correct form, in its purity. All right. And anybody who's teaching against that, we are against. Okay. And ultimately, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is against that particular individual who perverts the gospel. Okay. But let's get back to this video. I just wanted to grab that quick precept.
To the errorists, for
Let me start it over.
welcome to another live lesson. This one is everyone must do, and GMS must do a P.S.A, which is a public service announcement on this individual, GMS Somalia, and the madness that's going on right now, with this, whole being a T to the errorists, for, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. This is straight up agent activity, and we have to all, I just got a message from Elder Pastor that every member in Great Millstone must do a video on this individual, and bringing out this information that we are not affiliated with GMS Somalia. We are not affiliated with GMS Somalia. We are not affiliated with GMS Somalia. And we are not affiliated with any of his beliefs and things that he's out there teaching. Beginning with saying that he's a terrorist for the Lord, that's madness. We don't endorse that. The Apostle Paul said, that we're not to resist the powers that be, for the powers that be are ordained of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So we're waiting for the Lord to do what he got to do, and to bring this man down. We're not going to do it. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to do it. And the closer we get to the end, you're going to have more demon activity, more demonization. You're going to have more, individuals, spies, from different agencies, trying to put a black stain, so to speak, on the Hebrew Israelites, especially in Great Millstone. This is why we tell brothers, make sure you watch the guys around you. Make sure that, you're not too quick to put anybody into any position, because this is what happens, when you allow someone to rise up, in the ranks too fast, or someone just pops out of nowhere and says that they're, so on and so forth from Great Millstone, and we never met the guy. We don't know who the guy is. We have no affiliation with that guy, GMS Somalia. We have no affiliation with any of his beliefs, and this is what happens, when you have individuals that just pop up. So everyone in Great Millstone, pursuant to Elder Pastor's order, is that everyone in Great Millstone is to do a lesson, on this individual, put out a P.S.A, which is a public service announcement, that we are not affiliated with this individual, GMS Somalia, and that we do not share in his views. That's straight up agent activity, straight up spy activity. And this is what they do. When you go back, you have COINTELPRO, you go back to these different groups of the 60s, you have a lot of different individuals back then that infiltrated those different organizations because they had certain charges on them that was going to put them away for a long time. But if they agreed to infiltrate a particular group that they were trying to bring down and do certain things within that group to make the group look bad, so that it justified the FBI or whatever organization to come in and take them down, then they would be able to get off, So just keep that in mind, and once again, every member, every man out there in Great Millstone that does videos, you are to make a video response. So by the end of the day, there should be, damn near every, whoever's getting this message right away, brothers that, that have, access to this video, send it out to other brothers, pass it out to all the members of the camp, and tell them, immediately to do a lesson on this, and to put this guy on blast that we are not affiliated with GMS Somalia or any of those so-called terrorist madness, whatever the hell he's saying. Um, so, just keep that in mind. All right. So with that, shalom.
So just like the elder apostle Aramlab just said, we are not affiliated with GMS Somalia. We are not affiliated with that whole paradigm that they're coming with. All right. And we know through scriptures, through prophecy, that all they're doing is really bringing the persecution down, right? They're bringing the persecution down. They're forward in prophecy, right? But we don't stand with them, okay? Our viewpoints and what we teach is against what they're teaching, okay? All right, we know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will deliver us and save us from this present evil captivity, okay? Now, with closing remarks, I'm gonna get one last precept real quick. Now, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 4. Let me see if that's what I wanted. Shalakia. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 5, and I'm going to start at verse 6. I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, "The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity." All right. Verse 6, "Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man." Verse 7, this is in the KJV. "But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple." Verse 8, "Lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies. Make thy way straight before my face." All right, in these times to come, in these times that are approaching, you're going to have a lot of deceitful men out there who wants to fulfill their own agenda, fulfill their own bellies, and they'll come in disguises of sheep when they're really wolves, man. All right, and you really got to pay attention to that, and ultimately you got to fear the Lord and worship the Lord, right, and beg for mercy, so that way you can have that discernment, that spiritual eyesight to see these wolves in sheep clothing, man. All right, they're everywhere. Esau Edom is not the only deceitful man out here. He's one of them, right? But you got wicked Israelites too as well that are deceitful, and they lead majority to destruction, man. Okay? All right, it's our job to dwell within the house of the Lord and watch out for wolves in sheep clothing. Okay, because they're the enemies of the Lord right now as well. All right. Now this is verse 9. It says, "For there is no faithfulness in their mouth." Right? He's that guy GMS Somalia teaching doctrines that that is off, right? Verse 9, it says, "For there is no faithfulness in their mouth, their inward part is very wicked, their throat is an open sepulchre, they flatter with their tongue." Okay, let's go into this definition of this word real quick right here. Sepulchre. Okay, now we don't have no affiliation with this guy. All right, with this guy GMS Somalia, no affiliation. That's why it's very important to be proven by the elder apostles, by the other elder bishops and heads of the camps and things like that, right? And you got to constantly be proven, because you got terror, you got spies and I don't want to say that other word, but you got spies and you got people who infiltrate groups, like the elder said, and they make a group look bad. And that's what that dude GMS Somalia is trying to do. Okay, we are not with that, because we know the end of that path is death, and we over here with life, with Yahweh Shai. Okay, so this is the word
sepulcher.
Sepulcher, a small room or monument cut in a rock or built of stone, in which a dead person is laid or buried. Okay, if they're not teaching this truth 100%, if the flock who is following the leader not learning the truth 100%, then any other way is a pathway of death. Okay, and that's something that we want to stay away from. We don't want to be on a path of death. All right, we want to be constantly stay on the path of life. So I'm wrapping all of this up just cut and dry, simple. We are not affiliated with GMS Somalia at all. Shalom Yasharallah. On to the next one. I'm going to end it by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors once again to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone. All right, Shalom to the elect. Once again, don't let your sins weigh you down. Don't let your iniquities lift up themselves. That's what they want to do. It's our job to repent and keep it moving through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Shalom Yasharallah. On to the next one.